objective today is to deploy the beams for a second deployment, a shallower deployment than last time. So basically we pump water off of the reef on a structure that kind of looks like a virus and pump it over a vertical distribution, and that gives us chemical data, and then we combine that with current velocities to get metabolic rates, so we can get an idea of the balance in calcification and dissolution and photosynthesis and respiration on the reef.
On today's dive I was primarily aiming to collect some hard corals, particularly 2 species, for a genetic connectivity study that we're doing, looking at the differences between the shallow and the deep or mesophotic deep populations of corals around Bermuda. And the aim is that we'll compare that, will be a geographical study, and we'll compare that to other populations in the Caribbean.
So we'll be able to use the actual biological samples along with the beams data that we record over the next few days of the deployment to get a better idea of what that community is doing and their kind of baseline signals over the next few days.
It's absolutely critical to get the baseline conditions and diversity surveys of an area like this, because otherwise we don't know how human impact is actually affecting what's down there. If we don't have a baseline to start with, then we can't see what the effects are.
We're trying to establish baseline conditions, and when we're working all by ourselves, just our own volunteers, it could be as simple as taking pictures. But when we have the opportunity to work with other entities, scientific entities and government entities that are working really hard themselves to establish baseline conditions with more quantitative data.
Findings from the Nekton mission in collaboration with Project Baseline will be released as part of the XL Catlin Deep Ocean Survey.